bear with me, you know, because they come in, they say, man, you know, I'm having a lot of pain, but it seems like it's worse, or it seems like I'm not getting any better. Well, again, health takes time. It took time to get into a pain situation. Usually takes time to get out, you know. Some people get it. Some people, you know, pain speaks, you know, and they want it out immediately. I was there. I know how that is, but it takes time to kind of reduce inflammation. And 80% of the problem is already there when you have pain. Okay, which means that, you know, when pain's gone, you know, that pain is the last thing to show up and it's the first thing to leave, if that makes sense. Okay, so pain is not a really good, in other words, indicator of if the vertebrae are holding. That's the reason why when you're doing pretty good, we come up and continue to take a look at the spine to make sure that everything's holding in place. All these ligaments and tendons are stabilized, and then from that point on, you can go back to your regular routine and not, you know, come up and say, oh, it's coming back. And then we're in this chronic problem, you know, and that's what we don't want to have. Okay, we don't want to have that because we don't want to have degeneration to the joint. Degeneration to the joint is easily called arthritis. And then also we want to make sure the musculature is balanced and symmetrical. Okay, because that's the way our body is. It should be symmetrical. Trying to think of some other things I need to cover with you guys as far as subluxation. Subluxation, there's, yeah, let's get into the causes of it. I'm going to bring this all back. There's 3 causes of it, and it's on your paper. Let's erase this a little bit. There's 3 causes of subluxation, and there's basically emotional cause, okay, or stress. Okay, people that say they don't have stress, they're the ones that usually have the most amount of stress. But you know, it creates neurotoxins, so it brings us to the next cause, which is chemical, caffeine, nicotine, over-the-counter medication, prescription meds, that can create chemicals that offset the body, create subluxation, okay? Number 3 is real easy, it's physical, okay? Basically repetitive motions, you know, that you do, you know, that you have to do. Sometimes people at work have to do these motions. So physical or accidents, you know, those are, and also childbirth, you know. Childbirth, not too many people think about that's a physical issue, but children are in the uterus, and what happens is the handle of the body is the head. Whether it's a C-section or whether, you know, whatever, the doctor has to pull the head to clear, you know, the birth canal. And usually it requires a twisting to get the shoulder out. So sometimes children are subluxated, okay? But we don't adjust them just like we do adults. We adjust them very lightly with an activator. I've done activator, I think, on some of you guys, just a little bit. It makes a lot of noise, but it's a very specific light force that the body can use to clear that subluxation out, okay? So subluxation is very detrimental. What